Okay, real talk. Have you ever heard of the CompTIA Cloud Plus certification? Like, right, honestly, like nobody even knows about this certification. I didn't even know the thing existed until a few weeks ago when I started my WGU class. So, like, we all know about like A plus, we know Security Plus, we know Network Plus. Those are the big three, right? That's the CompTIA trifecta. But yeah, so where does CompTIA Cloud Plus come into play? This CompTIA exam is one that I've been studying for probably for about a good month now. I'm almost ready to go actually take the exam. But I'm just like trying to figure out if this exam is a hidden gem or if it's a thumbs up or if it's a thumbs down. Or is it really just like that awkward middle child that kind of like nobody talks about? But yeah, so in this video, I'm just simply just breaking down what Cloud Plus actually is and if it's worth your time to ignore it or should you take it. So I'm just going to tell you guys about my experience. So let's just get into the video. So I think people ignore the CompTIA Cloud Plus certification because it's not vendor specific and it doesn't focus on AWS. It doesn't focus on Microsoft Azure. And it definitely doesn't focus on the Google Cloud platform. So yeah, it's vendor neutral. And I think people think it's not valuable since it is neutral. You know what I'm saying? I did a search on YouTube. I did a search on LinkedIn just to see, what the hype was about it and just to see what kind of information I can get from, searching before I actually took the exam for my class. And, yeah, it just has low hype and there's not like a lot of people that was talking about it. I think the fewer people that are actually flexing the cert or that have the certification, that means it's going to equal like less visibility. So most beginners, they probably overlook this certification, probably just because it's just not popular. That's exactly why today I'm doing this video. I think it deserves a spotlight in case anybody is thinking about doing, cloud computing or you just want to learn about it. I think this video will be perfect. So that's definitely part of the reason why I'm doing this video today. The reason that I think that CompTIA's Cloud Plus certification is still valuable, I think that it teaches you like real fundamentals. So far, what I've been learning is teaching me the fundamentals of cloud computing that I had no idea before, even though it's not going in depth about AWS or GCP or Microsoft Azure, it's still giving me just a good basis of what cloud computing is and how it works. It's talking about automation, it's talking about scripting so far. And now those are all things that I just don't know. So for instance, if I was a system administrator or if I was on the help desk or something like that, and I wanted to move into another position, but I didn't know exactly which position I wanted to go to, let's say I wanted to do cloud, taking the Cloud Plus certification, it'd be perfect for me because it helps me to kind of understand what cloud is and if that's something that I really wanted to do. Okay, so also something to mention is that the CompTIA Cloud Plus certification, it's DoD approved, and it's actually recognized inside of the government sector. And if you want to go for like a security role, you could definitely get that. So as far as my personal experience with the Cloud Plus certification, I'm basically, I'm having a good experience so far. It's not a tough exam to study for. Some of the concepts, I've never heard of, like scripting, automation. Like, I've heard of those things before, but I've never really just taken the time to learn them. And so learning different scripting codes and learning different ways that scripts are put together, that's a little difficult. But like the cloud exam, it's just going to just cover it broadly. It's not going to go in depth or in detail. Maybe one of my other classes in WGU, maybe it'll cover that in a later time. So as far as finding the right study material for this exam, I was unable to use YouTube like I usually do. There were like minimal resources on YouTube. There were a few videos on YouTube, but most of those resources, they covered the actual 003 version of the CompTIA Cloud Plus examination. The version that WGU is giving me was the Cloud Plus 004. You can study the old 003 exam information. However, I don't know how up to date or how much that the new version actually changed from the old. So if you're like me, I decided to just stick with the 004 material, and there's like very little information on that material. So what I did for a supplement, WGU, they always provide me with coursework, or they always provide me with course materials. The course materials that I used was, of course, the CompTIA Cert Master. Now, in all of my other videos, I usually say, steer clear of the CompTIA Cert Master if you can. But in this case, since the resources weren't a lot, I had to actually use the Cert Master. Cert Master has a lot of chapters in it. I think the information that they've given me so far, it has like 12 lessons in it. And I'm on lesson 9, and I have probably about a week and a half till I get through probably to lesson 12 till I'm finished. And I'm going to start taking some practice exams, which brings me to my next point. As far as the practice exams go, CompTIA Cert Master, they have practice exams. Those are cool, but also I'm going to use a supplemental resource too. I'm going to go like back to Udemy and see if I can find some test questions maybe that I can study. While I'm at work, I try to just kind of like put in YouTube, and on YouTube, it has a few videos of the 004 exam version where I can just listen to like 50 test questions. And so there's like 3 different versions of those. And so I just listen to those while I'm at work. And at the same time, after I get off work, I come home, I study, then I get back into the Cert Master, and I just go back through my lessons to try to get through all the way to 12. So, and the last thing I want to tell you about is really the only concern I had was taking Cloud Plus certification versus the AWS Cloud Practitioner. Cloud Plus, it's a entry-level type certification. Like I say, it's very broad in general, but AWS, that cloud practitioner certification, it's entry-level too, but it's more specific to Amazon. And, you know, I'm like I say, I don't know exactly if I want to go into cloud computing. I don't know if I'm going to stick with it, but I mean, it's in my degree plan. So I decided to just go ahead and stick with it for now. And so, yeah, I was worried about, should I take Cloud Plus or should I, you know, talk to my mentor about doing the cloud practitioner? So I decided to just stick with my degree plan and just go with the Cloud Plus and maybe take the AWS Cloud Practitioner maybe sometime later. Okay, so I know this video was short today, but I just wanted to touch just a little bit on the CompTIA's Cloud Plus certification. It was a certification that kind of surprised me that was in my degree program, but it's a little underrated. But if you use it the right way, if you use it as a stepping stone to figure out if you want to go into the cloud at all, if you want to go into AWS, Azure, or GCP, I think it's a good stepping stone for that. You know what I'm saying? But I'll go ahead and definitely continue with my degree program. And I don't know what class I have up next. Maybe I have a programming class or something like that, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated as I progress through this degree plan for cloud computing. But it's been real. I appreciate you guys spending time with me. And if you enjoyed the video, definitely comment, give me a thumbs up. And like I always say, keep God first, and see you guys in IT. Bye.